No one's perfect, especially not me. And I do make a few mistakes, especially when I'm on a cruise. So today we're going to take a look at all the times I've effed up. And so that you don't. Hi, it's Linz from Sweet Natured. As always, I'm joined by Marky.
Hello.
Hello, we'll put the video together and I feel this is going to be quite cathartic. So let's see what we can see.
Well, as you said, Linz, today we're looking at 5 times we've made slight mistakes, let's put it that way. And some of them we keep repeating.
Yeah.
The first one I'm going to look at is close to your heart.
Yeah.
Which is going heavy on the first night, especially if we have a drinks package.
I'm terrible at this. I never learn. I blame the oysters.
It's one of those bits, each time we go to get on a cruise, especially if I'm with friends, it's even worse. But we have done it, but it's just the two of us so many times.
Oh, my goodness.
We go, right, we're not going to go heavy tonight.
No, on the first night.
Yeah, we're not going to go heavy. Cut to several hours later. And then the following morning, regret. But I think it's part of that we're so excited about going on the cruise.
Oh, my goodness, I remember this night.
I'm surprised you can remember anything about this night.
Well, I kind of remember thinking, oh, I'm going to do all the martinis tonight.
Well, we'd set ourselves a challenge to work through, that was on Celebrity Apex, to work through the martini bar menu during our 16-night cruise. You decided to try and get through it in the first night, which is probably not the best idea, especially when we also had cocktails in the restaurant as well.
It's a mistake. It's a mistake, and I'm not going to do it the next time, I promise.
Well, all these drinks that I'm showing here are just a sample of that first night. They're not of different nights of the cruise.
I think I might have a problem.
But as I say, it is that sort of excited bit. And I think that I'm trying to remember if we've ever gone that heavy when we... Yes, we have. I was going to say if we've not had a drinks package, but yeah, when we've been on Virgin with the bar tabs.
Oh, yeah.
Which is not quite the same.
No. So, yeah, that would be... Oh, no, I know. No. Oh. Oh, God.
That's later on in the evening. That's about 6 o'clock.
This was... Oh.
I mean, to be fair, on this particular one, we weren't the only ones going heavy on that first night either.
Oh.
And this went on for quite a while. So as I say, a lot of the stuff that we're showing on here, we have learnt from.
Have we?
I feel so, because some of them we've only done it once, and other ones
only done it once on one ship.
Well, I mean, we try and learn from our mistakes, but we would say if you are
have oysters this night.
No, if you are going on, just maybe take it a little bit easier than we do sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, whilst we're sort of just letting that sink in, would you like to invite people to subscribe?
I'm sure you'd love to subscribe after that.
And see more drinking in the future videos.
Thank you if you already have done. Honestly, it means so much.
And, of course, you can follow along on all the main social media. And if you have not already, join our little Facebook community. Mm-hmm. Next up. Now, we've done this mistake twice.
Oh, we've got to stop doing this.
But this is only twice. And that's where we only look at the price of things such as the excursions after we've already booked a cruise.
Well, what it is we go, oh, it's a bucket list cruise, we've got to do it. We book it and then realise the excursions are going to cost us same again as the cruise.
Yeah. Now, we did that the first time when we went to Norway, and then we did it again when we went to Alaska. And we even did a thing on Norway. We did a special video about not making the same mistakes we did on Norway, about making sure you cost up the excursions.
No, it was also about not making sure you got an excursion on a Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. Whereas when we went to Alaska, when we went to book Alaska rather, we didn't really consider properly just how expensive some of the bucket list excursions, because people want to go on sort of like the dog sleds and up into the glaciers or on a seaplane or a helicopter. And as you said, these can very easily cost the same as your cruise again.
Now, we thought we were going to be savvy here booking this when we got off the ship. I think it was about...
I think about €120.
No, it was in Norwegian. What are they?
Krona?
Either way, it worked out in our money, about £5 cheaper.
Yeah, we didn't save a lot of money by
No.
doing that.
Oh,
Well, it didn't cost us that
this
much more.
fish market. Oh,
But again, that was us not necessarily doing our research properly before we went. But the mistake is, it's not about when we're there, it's the fact that we didn't research it before we even booked the cruise.
no, we booked it and got super excited and
Yeah.
then realised it was going to cost a fortune.
Yeah, so we didn't budget properly for that when we were doing them.
Yeah.
Next up, caving into sales pressure when we go in the spas.
They know what they're doing though. You get you all relaxed. You think, I'll treat myself to one treatment. And then they get you. And now it puts me on edge now. Do you remember when I came back with those $150 bath salts?
The Elemis bath salts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I of course I remember you spending $150 on bath salts.
I think there were 6 sachets.
Yeah, that wasn't a good move. No. But it's that piece where you end up sort of spending much more than you wanted there. Now, we have learnt from that. We don't buy at the end of the treatments if we have a treatment nowadays. But we have still caved in and bought like a full week pass because it doesn't sound that much more expensive than just getting the single day and then not really used it.
Oh.
So our tip for this would be go in there if you're going to go in for a treatment or your hair doing or massage or whatever you fancy. But go in and say, right, this is what I'm spending and that's it.
Yeah, please don't upsell me. I don't like it. I don't like it when it's coming to the end.
And you've spent $150 on bath salts.
There's going to be an awkward moment. You don't want that.
A bit of a weird one where we did make the mistake was on our very first cruise, we went into a suite.
We booked a suite. Not this suite. It was
No.
Navigator of the Seas.
We haven't got any footage of from when we went on that. It's that long ago. But it set us up with a level of expectation for cruising.
Yes.
In terms of the service, the cabin size, everything like that. And whilst we have and do stay regular in like balcony rooms,
yes,
we've never sort of stayed in an inside cabin yet.
No.
And I think it just set that level because it's not only the cabin itself, but it's the level of sort of service that you get within. Now, not every cruise line's the same.
No, but for example, going to dinner, you have your dedicated restaurant, and breakfast, you don't have the buffet bun fight. There's none of that. It's all it's like you're on a different ship.
But having now said that, it did let us see cruising in its best possible way to start with.
We're never getting that again.
No, we're not having that one again. We got so lucky with that upgrade. But what I was saying is it let us see cruising at its very best.
Yes.
So we didn't have a negative experience to start, so it made us want to cruise even more. So maybe it wasn't that much of a thing.
Okay.
This one, definitely, and this mistake we haven't made again.
No.
And that is booking a speciality dining when we're going to go across somewhere like the Bay of Biscay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, there are other parts of the world where the seas are known to be rough, but the Bay of Biscay is notorious for it.
Yeah.
And we booked when we first went on Cunard. This is on Queen Elizabeth.
Yes.
Well, we were going across there to go into their steakhouse, into the veranda. I think it was
beautiful.
About $45 each at the time or something.
I think it's pricier than that now.
I think now, but I think at the time. You'll notice that there's lots of pictures of you eating here. There's not pictures of me eating. There's pictures of food arriving for me. I literally didn't eat anything in here.
No.
I were green.
Yeah, you were green.
How I managed to film
That's
for any length of time.
Platter.
That's for sharing.
For one.
They eventually brought me some apple, which you will see in a second, and I didn't even eat all that. No. Eventually, I filmed you having some of your dessert and went back to the cabin.
Yeah, and left me alone.
On gala night when we were both dressed. I'm like, yeah, but it was better than me not being well in the restaurant.
No, and when I got back to the cabin, it would like you'd had a mad passionate night because there were clothes thrown everywhere.
Yeah. So that was my food in the veranda, of which I managed to eat about 3 slices of it, I think. So definitely do not make that same mistake. We haven't.
No.
But that brings us to the end of the video.
Well, I don't think we're that naughty, are we?
No.
And we kind of learned.
We have.
Thank you. Cheers, darling. Thank you for watching and have a lovely day.